Like I know Stranger Things. Like it's it. Like it's one of the shows of this generation. You know, like when we go back, 30 years from now, we're gonna look back at Stranger Things and be like, that was one of the hits of the 2010s going into the 2020s. 2020s?
We're back in the roaring 20s. Yeah.
I don't feel so roaring, Chris.
It's the aughts versus the 20s. Yeah.
This sucks.
Someone posted something on Facebook. I loved it. It's like, I'm existing. That'll be $75, please. And I was like, oh, that hurts more than
One of my favorites. It's a Lego meme because that's just the story today. But it's like a Lego doctor, and it's like some dude going in for pain, and the doctor's like, that's not good, and he's like, $3,000, please. It's
just like straight out of the Lego Movie. I still need to see the sequel to that. I love the Lego Movie. I thought it was fantastic.
I haven't seen the sequel either, but the Lego Movie is fantastic. Everything is awesome.
I have that song on my iPod. Yes, it is.
That's 2 for 2, squad. Let's move on.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Everything is awesome when we live in our dreams. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. And that's the Lonely Island who does it with them.
Yeah, what's the main character's name of
Emmett?
Emmett, right? I had Emmett, like before he was actually Emmett, like that minifigure. He was a Lego City minifig. Speaking of which, did you ever play? I've been like unlocking a lot of childhood memories the last couple of weeks.
Fair enough.
Did you ever play on the PC Lego Island?
Lego Island 2? I did. Not Lego Island 1.
Oh man, I remember going to my dad's and playing it. This is maybe like 2003 or so.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, going over there and just spending so much time on Lego Island. And then there was also
Lego Island 2, Brickster's Revenge.
There was goodness gracious. My dad and I would play. It was a racing game. And I'm blanking on
Need for Speed?
I'm not sure if it was a Need for Speed game. It didn't feel like it.
I remember playing Hot Pursuit with my dad. Hot Pursuit 2.
Oh, loved Hot Pursuit 2. We had it on the GameCube.
Then when I started, my dad was like, "Oh, you're gonna get into cars." So I remember playing a lot of. I remember playing a lot of Underground. The first Underground. The second one I wasn't as good at. But
Yeah,
that's because
I didn't play the Need for Speed Undergrounds all that much. My stepbrothers were huge on them because they had it for PS2.
Delta, begin door breach.
They are fantastic.
This could get ugly. Delta, form up.
Could it get ugly? I'm not sure if it could be. I feel like we're on a huge nostalgia trip right now.
I mean, we are. Look at the game. Oh God.
What was the first game you ever played? You remember playing for yourself?
First game I ever played. The NES. I was someone had gifted one to me when I was in grade school. So the PS1 had already come out. But Mario Brothers. I remember playing the original Mario Brothers. The first game that I ever played that was like more mine would have probably been GoldenEye. I remember my mom got me.
Oh, good first one.
My mom got me a Nintendo 64. She found it super cheap when they were starting to like phase them out at GameStop. And so I remember buying like everything, like the memory cards, all the accessories for I was like, Mom, can I get all these? And my mom was looking at the prices, and like we didn't have a lot, so she was like, actually, yes, you can get every single one of these, because she I didn't realize like how not that it was like cheap, but that it was just it didn't cost as much. And it just like really was an awesome thing that I got to really. Do we have? Oh yes, I do. Oh, thank God we can take care of the destroyers. I think that animation gives them invincibility.
Gotta love me some destroyers.
I do think they're still one of my favorite designs.
Force Unleashed. That was the Need for. It was a Need for Speed game that my dad and I played on online.
Fun fact: John and I tried to do the Force Unleashed, and I forget why we stopped. But like,
I said Porsche.
Porsche. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Force Unleashed. Yeah, we're talking Star Wars nostalgia. I'm like Force Unleashed. It's one of the few Star Wars games I never played.
Really?
Yes.
Good story. Very good story.
I've heard nothing but great things about it. I think it was like that era where people were like, "Look how great Star Wars Legends is and all the great Star Wars stories," and I was like, "This is going a little bit past what I personally like."
Mm-hmm.
And like when they said they reset it all, I was like, "Okay, Vader no longer has 60,000 apprentices just running through the galaxy."
Yeah.
That for whatever reason, the Emperor still can't figure out and like notice. That was always one of my biggest issues. Was like,
yeah, pal, come on.
He had Mara Jade. He had Starkiller. He had at least 3 others. I am
Kids before he had kids.
Yeah.
Well, before you knew he had kids. See, I don't know if... I think we've talked about this, and this is a very unpopular opinion that I hold. But Disney buying Star Wars and then axing Legends, I had no problem with it.
Oh, I have the same thing. You're among friends there. I know that
it's a very unpopular opinion in Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate Legends. I just am somebody who needs canon. I need it, I don't want something to be like, oh, it could be canon, it could be not. Like, I'm somebody who likes the official storyline. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it was one of those things where people go, "Look how great Star Wars Legend," and it's one of those things like, no. You say it's great, and then you go read Shadow of the Empire, or you go read the Dark Forces, and it's like everything that you hated about the sequel trilogy. Congratulations, that was all actually done in that. I would love if they did Thrawn, and they gave you the Thrawn saga with Ahsoka. They just, instead of doing it like that's the end.
I was
going to
say Thrawn was one of the best things about
Rebels.
Legends.
Oh yeah,
Rebels. He was great. Oh my goodness.
He was absolutely fantastic in Rebels.
Yeah, in the last season of The Mandalorian, when Ahsoka name dropped Thrawn, my jaw dropped. My jaw was on the floor when Ahsoka's like, "Where is Thrawn?" And I was like, oh my god, I was in disbelief. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I've had like quite a few jaw dropping moments with Star Wars because I'm such a far up the Star Wars.
Thrawn was so well done in Rebels.
Oh, so beautifully done. And the voice actor they picked for him, great. There's nothing more. That's what I love to see in an enemy. I love to see an enemy that's thoughtful and that will take the time to learn everything about their opponent. Because he was, he wasn't a brute. Thrawn was never a brute. He took time to learn about Hera. Went to Ryloth to learn about it. Went to the family home.
And was like, this is everything. And you're like, yeah, this is really good. This is it's like you have to understand the art. You have to understand what seems like a very meaningless trinket and what it is. And
the Calicori, right? What's the name of it?
Yep.
I think?
And then goes like, oh, but wouldn't your mother have given you this? And it's like, oh shit.
Is Hera's mother dead in Rebels?
Yeah, she's
Because I can't remember, because I know Hera's mom's in Bad Batch. And I love that art in Bad Batch, by the way, to see Cham again. Poor Ryloth is just always going through it. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I was gonna say, just jumping back to what we were talking about before, first games. First game with my brother was Spyro Ripto's Rage.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I did
on
not.
N64.
That's right. It was on N64
Yep.
before it hit PlayStation.
And then on my own there was this old Windows 98 desktop that was at my daycare when I was 5, and I learned how to play SimCity 2000. That was my first one, alone.
That's a good one to learn how to play alone as well.
I remember just being so young, and my only goal was to actually get a nicer power plant. That was the only thing I wanted from my experience, was a nicer power plant. And I remember natural disasters kept destroying the city. So, shout out tornadoes. I actually watched a Let's Play of SimCity 2000 recently, within the last couple of months.
How was it?
Pretty good, pretty well done. However, one of my favorite games of all time is SimCity 4. Is the height of the SimCity franchise. Was just really well done, very enjoyable. I played that for hours on end. That turret looks so fun.
The one that they're on,
Yeah.
except when we were using it before, it was awful.
Well, Fixer's just doing it, man. Look at that. He is not missing. Okay, missed one. See, if I was that Trade Federation battleship right there, I would have just destroyed the ship already.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys waiting for?
I am... I would like you to finish that. I just had to like think of a more methodical way to go through this. And the problem is that there's not one.
Nope.
And there's like no one has grenades.
Charge armed and ready. Now that's some heavy metal. Fire in the hole. So much for stealth.
Yeah, stealth is not a strong suit with this bunch.
I think it's more my fault than less of their fault.
Be careful around the explosives.
Oh, I was. The only thing I hate is like you're supposed to kind of be jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, I think I'm in the perfect spot. The thing is, like, I don't want to destroy all of these.
He's just sitting there on the right. He's just sitting there, like, on the right-hand part of the screen.
Yeah, he can't hit me though.
Thank you, early 2000
Hitboxes. Yep. Gonna heal up real quick. My back to problem.
Hey, man, it's an addiction. It's okay. I support you.
Good. The good news is he went over there to engage everybody. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I thought he did. Oh.
You know, if only you could see, if you could just have a little close-up of the enemy. Wow. Look at that. Scopes, everybody.
Yeah, notice I'm hitting worse with the scope.
Nah, dude, you're doing great.
The headshots mean nothing. There we go. Oh, God.
And let's check in on Delta Squad.
Delta Squad's fine. One guy's down.
At least it's not Sev this time, right?
No, yeah, at least it's not. Just need to splice this. You guys can do this. Come on.
Can't use two hands, huh?
No, the other hand's got to hold my gun in a cool pose. I'm going as fast as I can. The screen's really small. Scorch, it's okay. I know where you're going to make it later on, so I'm not as worried about this.
He's got that plot armor. Ha. Scorch is one of my favorite names for a character ever.
It is a good one.
It dates back to, I think we've definitely talked about this because you've seen me play in Discord, but the Army Men series.
Yes, I have.
Love Scorch in that. He just had a flamethrower. The Green Army Men I loved as a kid.